Hey guys, Coach Victor here, and in this video we're going to cover all the different types of focus mitts that I've used throughout the years running the Thai boxing. We're going to cover a few different options. We're going to cover focus mitts that are used for class, focus mitts that I use, and some different types of focus mitts that I would recommend if you're interested in purchasing some on your own. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so I get asked often, what kind of focus mitts should I buy? In my personal opinion, I always kind of recommend people towards two types of focus mitts, right? Either Thai brands like Fairtex or Twins, or boxing brands, Ringside or Title Boxing. But up to you, depending on what your budget is. I'll show you guys a couple different ones that we use here at the gym at the Thai Boxing Institute, like commercial style focus mitts that sort of will last a really long time. And then I'll go over my favorite type of focus mitts that I use for training. There's different kinds of focus mitts. There are like bigger target ones with more padding, and I think those are great for just regular boxing combinations and to catch elbows. And we also have smaller, tighter targeted focus mitts, and I think those are a little bit more advanced because the target's smaller and it's just, I think, a little harder to hold. Okay, let me go over just starter introductory pairs of focus mitts. I'm gonna start off with a boxing brand. And why do I recommend a boxing brand over a Thai brand or even like an MMA brand? Focus mitts are used primarily for boxing, for punching, right? So it would make perfect sense, logically speaking, that we go towards a boxing brand. I try not to recommend MMA brands personally because I don't use MMA brands because I'm not a MMA coach or MMA fighter, right? I'm a Thai boxing coach. Furthermore, I've also spent like more than a decade practicing just Western boxing as well. And being in a boxing gym, I got to use, to hold, and to hit a bunch of different styles of focus mitts as well as different brands, right? The one thing that was common amongst all boxing brands, the higher quality boxing brands, is that the equipment did last a really long time. You'd have to understand the volume of use for focus mitts and why boxing brands would be the most qualified to represent the brand that you would want to buy or use. For general use in a Muay Thai gym, I like to go with Title, right? Let's take a look at these pairs. I'll put the model number somewhere up here. I don't know where it's gonna go, right? But it'll be up here. Now, I like Title because two things, right? It's a boxing brand, so they have a history of making quality boxing equipment. Also, they have a wholesale program that's really easy to get into. Some brands require you to do an initial investment of a couple $1,000s, right? And when I first started the Thai Boxing Institute, I didn't have a couple $1,000s, but Title Boxing made it really easy for me to be able to purchase equipment at wholesale prices, right? So already you can invest in quality equipment without breaking the bank. This pair of focus mitts are great for boxing and for elbows, right? Sometimes when you buy smaller focus mitts, you'll feel the impact of the elbow. With these, there's a lot of there's a lot of padding for you to be able to catch punches and elbows. What I also like about these focus mitts specifically is that they're made of leather. The cloth fabric is kept to a minimum. If you want to look at towards the inside where you slip your hands, right? This is probably the only cloth portion of the focus mitt. Everything else is made of leather. That's durability, but also it prevents odor, right? Man, nothing worse than buying a good pair of focus mitts or even any equipment and it just stinking right away. Like maybe 1 month in, you don't wipe it down, you don't clean it, whatever it is, right? Maybe some people are just stinky by nature, right? Their sweat emits an odor, and that sweat gets absorbed onto the fabric of the equipment, right? So to minimize funk, I like to buy equipment that's primarily made of leather. Yet again, costly, but you have to think of the investment and the return on the investment through the lifespan of the equipment's use, right? So, Title Boxing, leather, minimal cloth. Over here, we have another pair of titled focus mitts, right? We've had these for a few years. Anarchy. I don't fucking get it, right? Sometimes they write some silly shit on this for the branding. Guys, boxing equipment manufacturers, no one gives a fuck about this, right? Anarchy. Just please save the money and just kind of reinvest it into making the equipment better, right? These are great. If you notice the padding, it's a lot thinner. I like these because they have the forearm padding to help with the absorption of strikes. Now, these have a lot of fabric on them, right? Cloth fabric. And what I mentioned earlier about the fabric, it will absorb sweat and absorb odor. I think these are due to be thrown out. So be mindful of that, right? Genuine leather, maybe synthetic leather if you have qualms about buying leather, right? Try to minimize the amount of actual fabric used. They think this is an advantage, that it will kind of wick away the sweat. Guys, leather, right? Okay, come over here. All right, so that's for general use. Once you become more proficient at pad holding, all right, and that goes both with pad holding and also boxing, like slip-in defense and long volume or long form voluminous combinations. You want something that's smaller, right? Two things. That's for speed, right? You can also use that for quick head movement, as well as to help with hand-eye coordination, right? Bigger targets, a lot of surface area for you to hit or miss, right? Smaller targets will really focus that aim. So these are the focus mitts that I've used for about, 10 years. And unfortunately, Ringside has discontinued them. But let me show them to you. Notice, small, right? Rounded shape, a lot of leather. Even the fucking, como se dice, the glove portion where you slide the hand seems to be of some sort of suede or leather. These are great. Yet again, the quality of the build of these focus mitts have been superb. The stitching's never broken. It's never sort of imploded. Sometimes you get that, right, from focus mitts or even Thai pads, where they get hit in one portion of the equipment and the end sort of just bust out. Never with these. So I love these, but unfortunately they're not made anymore. So Ringside, if you're watching this video, please make these focus mitts again. Now, in my search for perfect focus mitt, I went with these title, I forgot the model number, but they're white. Genuine leather, suede leather. So these are similar to the Ringside focus mitts in just that they're a bit bigger. Now, using these, I was hoping that they would be the same as the Ringside, but unfortunately they're not. There's just like, they're not dense enough, they're not hard enough. So when I catch when I catch punches with these, they're just like, it's not the same pop as you would get with the smaller Ringside ones. I've had these about a few months now. I've given them enough use to be able to say that these aren't my favorite. But if you're watching these and you like the look of them, right, that's one thing. But it's also, we have to consider functionality. I would personally not buy these again. But if you're curious about them, buy them. Let me know what you think. All right. Now, Thai brands. We're dealing with a Thai sport, right? Muay Thai. So most of the equipment that I purchase tends to be made by Thai brands, specifically Twins. If you watch any of my other videos, my Thai pad videos and my glove videos, I do recommend Twins quite a bit. The focus mitts tend to be a bit bulkier. Now, that's good because you can use them for one focus mitt, one Thai pad, and then the belly pad. Or you can use them to catch boxing, knees, and elbows. So these twin style long Thai pads, these are like They seem to be a combination between small Thai pads and small focus mitts. And these are great. Now, they're bulkier and thicker, right? So for fast combinations or quick movement, I personally would not use these. I would go back to the white title ones. But to hold for punches, kicks, elbows, and knees, these are excellent. And you know what? You don't feel anything on the arms. So if you have elbow pain, if you have forearm pain or wrist pain, I would recommend these. I'll put the model number somewhere here, right? Twin special focus mitts, Velcro, thick, awesome. I recommend them. These are now the older twin branded focus mitts, and these yet again are great for boxing, for elbows, for knees, and for Muay Thai work, right? Man, we've had these now about 8 years. They've lasted, right? Superb quality. All leather. Everything's made of leather, complete leather. They still smell great. None of the stitching has busted, and the foam on the inside doesn't fly out when you punch it, right? So yet again, the build quality for twin special, right? Twin spike gear, awesome, great, highly recommend it. I wish it was just easier to get stateside, right? You have to go through like Thai websites and have them shipped from Thailand over here. Understand that I recommend boxing brands first, Ringside or Title. If you're a Muay Thai gym owner, definitely look into getting a Title Boxing wholesale membership. For commercial use, you want to go with something that's not too difficult to hold, something that's not going to like hurt or ting the elbows of the students, of the members of the gym. You want retention and you want membership longevity. So in order for those two things to happen, you have to take care of your members, primarily their health. So if you have like old or beat up equipment, or just like equipment that sucks, like just built horribly or not built for the sport that we're practicing, that's going to cause injuries, and that's going to cause members to not be in the gym, and that's going to cause people to cancel, right? So first and foremost, invest in quality equipment. Buy it for yourself, use it for your own training, see how you like it, see what happens with it. And from there, you can also invest for the rest of the gym. If you're a coach, right, protect your health. Invest in good quality equipment, leather, right? Thick, durable, will not hurt you, will last you a long time. All right, guys, so that's basically it in regards to focus mitts. If you guys found this video useful, you want to help out the gym, help out the Thai Boxing Institute, you do a few things. You can go ahead and add us on Instagram at the Thai Boxing Institute. You can hit that subscribe button. You can hit that bell to get notified when there's a new video. Any little help to keep this place open to allow me to do what I love doing, which is coaching Muay Thai. Greatly appreciated. Until next time, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.